way it works is this piece of flint, when I pull the trigger, is going to come forward. Anybody fire black powder at all? You do? It's going to come forward. Do you use a flintlock? No. No, see. That means you're actually going to go off every time. There's no guarantee on this baby. So this piece of flint is what's going to cause the gun to actually fire. Because we're going to have powder, black powder, in the pan of the gun here, and we'll put more powder down the barrel with the lead ball. It all comes in the form of a cartridge. It looks like this. Once this flint comes forward, it strikes the steel. I'm actually going to scrape a piece of steel off. That piece of steel is a spark. We hope happens. There's a lot of hope in this gun. We hope a spark comes off of there, lands into the pan, and ignites that pan. Now, if we were to try to do this last night when it was raining, it's not going to happen. Can you fire black powder real well in the rain? No. Humidity? No. Windy because of the sparks getting blown away? No. A day that ends in Y? No. So, there's a lot of problems with this gun. We just hope it goes off for you guys when we fire it. You probably want to see it happen, right?
That'd be nice.
Okay. So, I forgot to tell you. You need to have at least a couple teeth in your head that oppose each other to join the Army, so you can bite the top of the cartridge paper off. Don't laugh, sir. We still have locals that can't qualify for the Army because of that. Spit that out at your enemy, and if you're the British, it's usually the French. But in this war, the Americans do. Put a little powder into the pan of the gun here. Close what's called the steel. We're going to put the rest of that powder down the barrel and drop that ball down there. You then take out your rammer, ram it right to the bottom so it's seated, return your rammer, and you're pretty ready to fire. Are you coming over to see the gun?
Yes, sir.
Good, because you missed the boring lecture, and I'm going to fire now. Okay? All right. Now they tell you to make ready, present, and fire.
There it goes.
So it's loud, and we've got a lot of smoke today, which is good for you guys to see that all that smoke on the battlefield is really going to hide the men. And if you're firing, you have your own men on the field. The last thing you want to do is what, sir? Fire into your own men.
That would not be a good thing.
That's not a good thing. So what they do is they dress everybody up in bright colors. The British are wearing red, so you can see their own men through the smoke. The French are wearing white, which turns out to be gray, the color of smoke. The Americans are wearing blue. So there's a lot of bright colors on the battlefield, as you can tell, even with all their lace and gaudiness. Now, I've told you that that's pretty impressive, that 69 caliber ball that comes out of there. What usually ends the day is not the ball, but the bayonet. I asked you to fire your rifle before out there at the log cabin. I'll now run completely to that cabin within 1 minute. Time me. You ready?
Right.
Go.
Yeah, so is that fast?
Man, yeah.
But when the bayonet comes out, this gets advanced on the enemy. It will sweep them off the field because nobody wants to get stuck with a three-sided or triangular blade. Notice the shape of it. It is sharp. It's not sharp at all, is it? It's as dull as a spoon. The idea is that you don't want a nice incision in somebody, but you want to rip and tear the skin as it goes in. It's going to make a three-sided jagged puncture wound. It's going to be very difficult for the surgeon to close that wound. But they're not even worried about that so much as the other things that are on this blade, on that musket ball that came out of there, tore through your dirty clothes that you've had on for at least a year, probably 2. They're worried about what?
Infection.
Infection, yeah. You see, there's only one way to cure infection back then, and that's what?
Cut it out.
Antibiotics? At the immediate care? No, they don't have those. They only have amputation. Yes. But if you get in the stomach or in the chest, you're probably going to die.